Hey guys, here's a long overdue fish room update for you. I meant to do one actually a while back, but haven't got around to it. And so yeah, there's been a few things going on. So just wanted to share with everybody. So we're going to start off here in my 29 gallon. And as you can see, I have a bunch of yellow labs in here. These guys are all females. And these are the last of the Mbuna that I have from my 75 gallon. And they're all for sale. I have the two males in a different tank, which I'll show you in a little bit. I also have a female Elongatus Lacoma Island. If you remember, I had a trio of them. I had a male and two females. Unfortunately, I lost the male and one of the females to some sickness in my 75. And that's actually something that I've been kind of struggling with a little bit with the 75. And that kind of delayed me changing the tank over and getting more peacocks and everything, but unfortunately it looks like I had some wasting disease in that tank, and I'm not sure exactly how it all came about. I did add some new fish quite a ways back, so I don't know if it was from that or if it's something I did, but I medicated that tank very heavily, and I also separated the sick fish, but I couldn't find anything to cure them, and ended up having to put them down because they were just not recovering. So anyway, everybody is totally healthy now in the 75. These labs are totally healthy. They're for sale right now, and they're just gorgeous. And also that one female Lacoma Island. It's really unfortunate. I hate losing nice fish like that. It doesn't happen very often to me, luckily, but it does happen, as you know, in the hobby. So that's kind of what's been going on here. These guys are looking really good and doing well here in the tank. So hopefully somebody will come by who's interested in a really nice group of yellow labs, and I can kind of clear out this tank. So let's move on, and I'll show you what's been going on in some of the other tanks. So here's a look at a couple of the 10 gallons. And in the bottom one here, I have a group of white-lipped Madoka. And if you remember a while back, these guys were sick and ended up clearing up the parasite. And these guys are doing great. They're growing pretty slow, but they are doing well, and they are eating and totally healthy. So I'm going to grow these guys out a little bit more and see how they do, and maybe I'll advertise them for sale. I actually have two more white-lipped Madoka in my 75 gallon. And they're from this batch as well, but decided that I'm probably going to save a couple of them because I really like them. So these guys are doing good in here. I'm just going to grow them out, and we'll see how they do. So let's move on up here to this top 10. And in here I have a group of OB haps. Had these guys for a while. They grow slow, and I ended up losing a few of them here and there, and also a few of them didn't really develop properly, so the group has kind of dwindled down a little bit, but I do have some nice looking males that are starting to sprout up and show a little bit of color in that. So gotta wait for a little while to see what they're really gonna look like, but so far so good, and I'm keeping my fingers crossed. Also have right on the bottom left there a fish that I got from a buddy of mine. It was sold to him as a red flush, or I think a red shoulder. It's the same. I think it's the same fish. Anyway, this fish is small, but it had really nice color, and I got him for a really good price. So I just kind of threw him in here. Going to grow him up. Might add him to the display tank, or may end up selling him. Not sure yet, but he's doing good in here. Just kind of the boss of all these guys right now. So that's good to see. And let's move along. I'll show you a couple of the other tanks. So here are my other two 10 gallons. And in the bottom one here I have a group of Mazoba Magunga. And these guys have been in a breeder basket for quite a long time. They grow pretty slowly. But I finally have space here in the fish room to add them to a 10 gallon so they can swim all by themselves, and hopefully they'll sprout up a little quicker. But they're doing good. They're healthy and they're eating. So we'll see what happens. And then up here, this is a group of Elongatus chueri. And I also think there's one Travasi manda in here. And these guys were the smaller fish out of the bunch that I had. So I just kind of left them here in the 10 gallon just to grow up a little more before I moved them into the 40. But I did move the other group into the 40 and they're really sprouting up. So I'm going to show you those guys right now. So here's a look at my 40 breeders. And in the bottom tank here I have a group of Elongatus chueri and a group of Travasi manda. And these guys have been sprouting up and doing really well since I moved them over here into the 40. And they're advertised for sale. So I've sold a few small groups of them. I've really been bumping up my ads, just trying to get people interested and trying to move some stock. It's pretty slow here in the summer, as you may know, but things have picked up the last 3 weeks. I've managed to move some fish, so it's been great. And whoever gets a hold of these guys, I know they're not going to be disappointed because they're looking really, really nice. So you can probably see, hopefully in the video, you can see some of the color that these guys are getting. And really excited about them, and I love showing them off. Everybody seems to like them. So that's this tank. And then up here, everybody's going a little bit crazy. I just had the lights off so I could show you some of the other tanks, and when I turn the lights back on, these guys are just kind of all over the place. But in here I have a bunch of male Mangano. Been selling them for really cheap, just trying to free up some space in this tank. I also have my 2 male yellow labs that go with the breeding group that I showed you in the 29. So they're in here so that they don't stress out the females too much in that smaller tank, and they're doing good. Also have some of their fry, some of the smaller labs. They're the offspring of that breeding group, and everybody in here is for sale. What else do I have in here? Oh, I have a couple pairs of zebra long pelvic left, and been really trying to promote those guys and find some new homes for them. So it's been working. People have been coming by and picking some up. They're really nice fish. I don't know why I still have them. I think they're really nice, and well, I guess I've been moving them, so that's good. I only have a couple pairs left. And as you can see right there on the bottom right, you may recognize that fish. That is my OB peacock that is usually swimming around in the 75 gallon. He's a bit of a bully, and if you remember last video, I did a fish unboxing where I had some new peacocks, and so they've since been introduced into the 75, and everybody is doing amazingly. But this guy here is a real bully, and didn't really want him to stress those guys out, so I ended up scooping them out and put them in here for now. When I go to add a new group of fish, I'm hopefully gonna try and reintroduce this guy into that tank, but he seems to be doing just fine in here with the Mbuna, and no problems there. So yeah, that's kind of what's been going on. Not a whole lot of action, I guess, but you know, things have been progressing slowly, and just enjoying the fish and enjoying meeting new people in the hobby, and just hoping to make some space in these tanks so I can bring up some new stock to grow up. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and love to hear your comments, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. Alright, well, thanks, and I'll have some more updates for you coming up shortly.